There goes the elephant. Oh, there come the conics.
Okay, so where's Green? Green is passing
Green's
through. He's going straight for the TC.
He's wrecking.
So the best thing that Green could do is keep this army distracted and prevent them from breaking through to his base. Because if he can do that, he can attack with impunity at the side.
But nobody bleeds for the dancer, and it goes on and on, on and on and on.
That means we've got on Green's side, we have Britons, Mayans, Malay, Vietnamese, and on Syrinx side, we have Bulgarians, Franks, Magyars, and Saracens. And the map pick is on Syrinx's side.
You.
So we got Vietnamese versus Bulgarians.
Okay, gotcha.
So there is elephant potential. Okay, so just to do our classic Civ review, Vietnamese are like the pinnacle in anti-archer archers. Their rattan archers are their unique unit. They move fast. They are very effective. They're pretty tanky against ranged attacks as far as archers go. Vietnamese get a team bonus where their archers get additional health. They also have the best skirmishers in the game. They get a unique upgrade that allows them to upgrade to Imperial skirmishers. And they get, I'm missing some things I'm sure. They get enemy positions revealed at the start, economic upgrades cost no wood, archery range units 20% hit points, conscription's free. So, yeah, those are all interesting. And of course, Bulgarians, the civilization that Syrinx made famous in some of his past games with the conics. We've got militia line upgrades are free, so longswordsmen and two-handed swordsmen come out instantly as soon as he gets up to that age. Town centers cost 50% less stone. They could build the Krepost, which is a castle-like unit that they could build conics out of. It only costs 350 stone instead of 650. They get some very powerful early Imperial cavalry with their unique tech stirrups, which allow cavalry to attack 25% faster. And they also have a unique tech Bagains, which gives their militia line plus 5 armor, which is rarely useful because by the time you're in Imperial Age, you can actually research that tech. You probably won't be fighting with militia. What do you guys think of their map locations?
Syrinx has a pretty nice little peninsula-ish on the continent, right? Not a lot of wood around him.
Yeah, I think his advantage is that if he wanted to wall in, he has both choke points right next to him, and he could wall in his base very, very efficiently. His berries
got
are
some
forward. Go ahead, Matt.
But he's got some nice gold and stone areas where greens are very forward. Like all of his gold is very forward.
Yeah. There is another option that you have on Continental. With the amount of water on this map, you could turtle, build a massive navy, and range everything that your enemy has with your navy, which actually Syrinx is more exposed to. Why? Because his main gold is rangeable from the water, even with Feudal Age navy. His 2 stones at the back of his base are rangeable from the water. And if Green built a navy in the lake inside, he could range that other gold pretty easily. Also, those berries are forward, so Syrinx has kind of a challenging map, I'd say. That being said, Green has forward main gold, forward second gold, forward stone, and just 1 back protected stone with some tertiary gold and stone, kind of safe on his side of the map. Green also has a lot more access to map control at the start, and arguably as many as 4 relics are on his side. Oh! We might see Syrinx lose a scout. Oh, he's gonna get away. Okay.
No. Yeah.
Hey Nick, are you able to
Really unlucky
are you able to spectate this game?
on his
Nick?
moments.
Yes, I was able to get in on this one.
All right.
Did you fast forward to the current stuff?
Probably not. I should do that.
Alright, hit the triple button. We're about at 7 minutes right now.
Yeah, 7:08.
Which, if you hit F11, then it'll show the current time.
Yeah.
At the top of the screen.
So Green again, he's getting his bores, which is a pretty good clean strat.
Hasn't found his llamas yet.
Yeah, he's got
Brian had
two
some
that are
idols.
way on that south side of the map. Brian is
Got
not
6
looking
idols?
for bores. Yeah, got 6 idols right now that he should
7?
put on berries. Oh, he actually does not have enough
Bores.
hills to sustain. Where's his attention right now?
There he goes.
Okay,
He's moving.
that was
I think
close.
he's moving to berries. Oh, putting down the farm.
Okay, there's 2 llamas. Green's got 1 idle villager right by his houses on the north side of his base. If he moves that guy west, he could find some of those. But Green's going into farms already because he wasn't able to find any llamas, any sheep, which is kind of like what happened
Green
in
is?
Arabia. Yeah, he's
Green
going
is
on to
Brian's got one.
Green's
Okay.
going. I'm saying he's going onto farms because he's only got 4 on berries, and he sent his villagers that were collecting from his sheep onto wood. So I'm pretty sure he's gonna.
Okay, well, he's
move on to farms.
building a dock, though. He just built a dock, so I think he's going to go fishing.
I would like to see that. That'd be really good.
Yeah, it's got one fished up.
Yep, there's a boat. He's got a boat out.
I don't see him queuing up another one, but he's getting loom.
No, he's
and
not.
He's got the vills coming out. So we're still pretty. Well, we're 2 villagers behind on Syrinx's side, which is not ideal.
Green's-
Okay, and Green's found two of his sheep or 2 of his llamas.
Oh. Syrinx
So-
has his llamas at his base.
So
Little
Green needs to
Eagle-
wall.
that's Green, never mind, sorry.
You guys see that pond north of where Green's walling? That tiny little one, like, I don't know, 4 square. You need to wall on the other side of that to actually close off this pass, and you need to wall
Into
on the
the
south
south.
side of it too. So I don't know if
And then
Green
the
will
south
see
side of
that.
that.
Yep.
He's got like 2 chunks there.
Yeah, he has it scouted, so he should be able to identify that. But that wall's just annoying at this point.
Looks like Cyrus is fishing as well.
Oh, he's running around the backside. Scout. Syrinx is.
Oh, he just found
Green's
those
found his
llamas.
other llamas.
Oh, and he can kill that villager. Oh no, he can't. 'Cause
Lame.
He can't kill that
Oh.
villager. Oh, he's gonna
Oh,
lose
he's
the
walking them
llamas.
right in.
Yeah, he's giving them to Green.
How nice.
What a gentleman.
Taking him back.
He tried to take him back, but the Ville's got ownership because they're in line of sight of the Ville.
Yeah. So why can't he
That's-
kill the villager?
He can't kill the villager because if the villager fights him, he's only got 18 hit points. The villager will kill it.
Gotcha. There you go. I gotcha.
He could if Green didn't realize and didn't counterattack, he could get the kill.
Yep.
But
I
Green's
gotcha.
already got loom, so I mean he really should be able to see that. Yeah, so I think Brian is scouting a little bit more than he would have before on account of that spait and switch. Now, look at what Green's doing in the back of his base. He's got a barracks up already. Doesn't necessarily mean he's going to go for the drush, considering he just hit feudal. He's probably not, but that does open up the archery range and the stables for him to build. But he's got to, like, if I was Green and I was going to try to surprise Syrinx with a different strat, I would be very intent on killing that scout so he wouldn't be able to see what you're doing.
Yeah.
Syrinx is 27% into feudal already. Green is still not fully walled on the front, but he is building an archery range, which is what you'd expect from Vietnamese.
Wow, so Green is doing a really good job of manually scouting these days.
Oh, is he manually scouting?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. He's. I'm pretty sure he is.
Oh, he found 2 sheep on the top that were probably
Yeah.
meant to be Syrinx.
Not doing too bad of a job of just kind of keeping his base going at the same time, but he really needed to scout sort of on the south of the map, closer to his
Yeah.
base.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know,
he
right
has-
now he's kind of just wasting time,
Build.
right?
He has
I
2
was-
llamas down there. He might be wasting time, but if he exploits this path to maybe build, he could build an archery range here. He could build a castle to cut off an escape route, or just to take map control. So I think it's worth his time to know about that side of the map. Green's
He's
score
been in the house
is
for a minute here. Oh, there you go. There's the house.
yeah.
Yeah, he just built his house.
He's got a commanding score lead right now. And I think he's going to wall in his base with this villager on the south. But you need, like, your houses, you'll never be able to build houses all the way up to the water. You always need to put a palisade or a stone wall in between the house and the water. And he's doing it, but you need 2 right there. Okay, now Syrinx is building a barracks, which will allow him to build the other military buildings. Green is scouting Syrinx right now, and he's scouting the back of his base from the north side. So he's probably looking for military buildings at this point to see if Syrinx knows what he's going to do. He could lose this scout if Syrinx is fast enough. He's not. Okay. So it's interesting that Syrinx goes for stone this early. We've seen him tower his base a lot in the past to get some defensive power. Not really the strongest move when you're not under an imminent threat, but I think Green's playing on a new level tonight. Like, he's been a lot faster.
Is that a galley or a transport ship that Brian... okay, I'm not sure.
Those are galleys.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
But Green has a fire ship, and he's building another one. He's got 2 docks at the back of his base, so he could enforce water control at this point, which would be good for him. Get Brian off water, or get Syrinx off water, kill his fishing ships. Those 2 galleys don't stand a chance against equal numbers of fire ships.
What do you think of the positions of his 2 docks?
I don't like them. They're not really good for anything. I would put a dock back here for, like, the putting it back there in Dark Age when you don't have the map explored makes sense. I would like to see that second dock on this western peninsula, or even on the eastern edge, because you can have one dock cover a lot more fishing schools, and also give you more deployment points for Navy. Like, this Navy, to get to Brian's base, has to go halfway around the map. He could really speed that time up by putting it even on that water inlet near his archery range.
Green's got a decent raid going on.
Yeah, he's got, 4 scouts?
He's
fighting the pikes.
He's fighting
the pikes. That's always painful.
Yeah, the pikes. Yeah.
They chunk your health. It's not a bad move to do it when you outnumber the pikes enough, because he's still got scouts alive and he can raid with impunity now. But he's housed, and he's got 5 idols. So I think he was really happy with the quality, with what he got out of that scout raid last time. But Brian's
vills are fighting back.
It's still
a mess with Syrinx's head.
It might be just to throw him off.
Cavalry again. Yeah.
But you really can't. You don't have much to do with cavalry and Vietnamese. I mean, obviously the elephant run. Let's see. Brian is building a lot more pikes. He's got 2 pikes on the field, 2 more being built. But he's also got 7 idols. So Green, with his idle TC and his being housed, he's 8 villagers ahead. So he's still got a lot of value out of that raid. And he's raiding even more, which you can do.
Yep.
Like, he'll get another kill. He might get 2 kills.
Oh, man.
Because those scouts, once you get into Castle Age and Feudal with defensive techs...
Got it.
Now you can't fight pikes anymore, but...
That is dead.
Doink. We see Syrinx putting up a watchtower on the choke point on the south side of his base, and Syrinx was attacking with his galleys. Green just took out a galley with his 2 fire ships. This is commanding map control.
He's got more...
Yeah, Syrinx scouted the sheep, so he's got them flagged. Green's building more fishing ships and 2 more fire galleys, while Syrinx is going all in on pikes. Well, not all in. He's got 2 more coming.
He's going for the armor, though.
Yeah, but that puts him with 6 pikes on the field. Yep. So he actually has more military out right now than Bocephus.
So what do you think about Green's strategy of just building farms instead of fishing ships?
I think it's good to have both because your fishing
Oh,
eco.
he's got some in the back. Never mind.
Yeah, your fishing eco is going to slow down as you fish out all of the natural fish, and then you're going to have to build fishing traps, which are 100 wood apiece. So I like to see both, and I think it allows you to have more efficient farms because your villagers aren't, you're not crowded with just farms, right? I'd like to see even more fish eco from Syrinx. I think his dock is actually not in a bad position because he can launch raids from there pretty well. Putting another dock on the west side of his peninsula will give him a lot of exposure. It would open up 4, maybe even 5 deep fish, which are 225 food. These sea fish are 200 apiece, or the box turtles. And they're also something you just kind of build it and you forget about it, and it doesn't cost anything additional once it's out there. So I hope.
Oh, Green is doing castle already.
Yeah, that's what he did last time. Fast castle after some heavy harassment from scouts.
It's a good play.
Green is getting forging at the blacksmith, which is kind of interesting because he's also getting fletching.
Yeah, he's got 4 archers, 2
I think-
pikes.
I think Green actually has a few options from here. If he didn't want to go with pure archers, he could go with galleys. He could mass navy and harass Brian's base without building any more land military, and then just build some castles on your base. But it looks like he's going into archers, which is a good bait and switch. I mean, the Scout Open gives him a lot of options of what he wants to tech into later in the match.
Looks like it worked too, because Brian's got 4 pikes sitting out, more than that, 8 pikes sitting around his base.
Yeah.
He's not really building anything else.
Yeah, I think he's confused. I honestly think he doesn't know what to do. He's only got 2 vills coming out. He's building a house. Like he's just booming right now. He's not building any more military. And I don't know if he understands that these houses, even though they look like they're walling all the way to the shoreline, you can still pass through. So he's not protected at all. An archer rush right now would take out his pikes, and if Green builds a siege workshop behind an archer attack and comes in with rams, game over. But it looks like Green's content to not attack with the fire galleys at the moment. Though Syrinx is building a fire galley of his own, and Green is building elephants.
Surprise!
He's building 7 elephants,
Oh, really?
and he's building and he's garrisoning them in his stables. He's also docking the inlet, which is a really good dock point for an offensive dock. If he's gonna build a navy out of that dock, or even 2 or 3 docks along this coast, that would be a very effective way to attack.
Oh man, I really hope that he builds a transport ship and fills it with elephants.
Oh, that'd be the juiciest. That'd be the best. So,
I think he might.
Brian is gonna scout. He's gonna scout the stables
Llamas.
with the llamas. I don't know if
Wow,
Brian,
that reaction from Green is pretty good. I'm surprised.
I don't know if Brian knows that those flags on top of the stables mean it has troops inside. But right now it's got 4 elephants inside. This is probably why Green researched the blacksmith upgrades for cavalry.
And now we know what the elephant in the room is.
Green is also expanding with a TC and 4 houses on the north side of his base. So
Not
we're
the best location for a TC, right?
no, that's more like a wood TC, I guess. It would have been nice to see it on the northeast side of his base, near that gold on top of the hill, where he's also near a tree line. Yeah, I like what I'm seeing. I think he needs to get crossbow and move forward before Syrinx gets too comfy in Castle Age. Gets too many Castle Age techs. But I mean, with that many archers, he's got 4. He needs to build more if he really wants to do a true bait and switch.
Syrinx is probably going to go for a castle here pretty soon. He's got enough stone.
Okay, Green just researched cavalry armor. He got forging, the next forging tech. He got bodkin arrow, and he's getting husbandry for faster cavalry movement. And he's buying more elephants from 2 stables now. So this is another all-in elephant push. And the archers are just there to supplement to kill the pikes. Forward castle coming from Syrinx. Which
Green.
What's that?
I was gonna say if I were Green, I'd send in those 4 archers right now just to mess with Ryan's mind. Yeah.
Well, he doesn't see it. All right.
Yeah, I know, but if you send in 4 archers, Brian would stop making pikes.
Syrinx is getting bloodlines, getting ready for those comics.
Yeah. And he really needs, like, seeing him contest this castle would be nice. Obviously, he doesn't see it. He hasn't scouted that's being built yet. But with all the army Green sitting on, that's also enough spearmen that makes me a little hesitant to charge all my elephants in. But we do have 23 military on the side of Green versus 13 on the side of Syrinx. And he just deployed all of his elephants. He does not have husbandry researched yet, nor bodkin arrow. Obviously, he doesn't have crossbow either. So those archers are going to be...
in the works.
Yeah.
I'm surprised Syrinx isn't building those mini castles.
Yeah, the Krepos.
It would save some economy for stone and stuff, and
I'll say that's a
start
good
outputting a lot of comics.
Bye castle.
Yeah, it's a really good castle for map control, but Syrinx has not researched murder holes. I don't know if Green knows this, but he can attack that with his elephants, and it will not shoot them as long as he's at 0 range. Syrinx, does he have a university? He does not. He does not have a university yet, so he won't be able to research murder holes. So as long as he can subdue those pikemen, he could attack right now. And conics do not beat battle elephants. 120 hit points versus 270. 13 attack versus 14 attack. These elephants are going to win. But he's not fighting it. Yeah, he's going around. That's perfect. That's the thing that I didn't like about this castle. Well, Green saw the castle when he went forward with his elephants. The only problem is he's gonna need more. He's gonna need more at home to defend. And I think Brian is about to scout the elephant. He sees that one elephant that's at his base, which might let him know that there's something else there. Green putting up a defensive castle would be a good move. Yeah, so we just saw one battle elephant destroy one pikeman.
Oh, there goes the elephant. Oh, there come the conics.
Okay, so where's Green? Green is passing through. He's going straight for the TC.
He's wrecking.
So the best thing that Green could do is keep this army distracted and prevent them from breaking through to his base. Because if he could do that, he can attack with impunity at Syrinx's base. This TC's down. The barracks or the monastery next. Elephants do not care about buildings.
Elephants need to be nerfed.
They're entirely counterable, trust me.
That's why they're banned.
That's why
If
Persians
you
are
have
banned.
enough monks,
Okay, now he needs to kill the monk, the monastery. But there's no response yet from Brian. Okay, there's 4 monks. 4 monks just got queued. Okay, you need to go after that monastery. The problem is they're not going to come out fast enough. He'll probably get one. If Green sees that, does Green see it? He does not see the monastery. He doesn't even know he's there. So he's just going after buildings. So I think he'll scout it in a second.
He'll still be pretty devastating though.
Well, the question is,
No, he still
how
hasn't
quickly
scouted
does
it. He still hasn't
Google-
scouted it.
How
How
quickly does
does Brian
Brian
convert?
Google for
And if he goes for a conversion immediately when he only has 1 monk out, he will lose that monk. So if he waits till he has a critical mass of monks, like 3 or 4, he'll be able to do a lot more damage. I would wait. I would delay a conversion start as long as I could. Okay, so Green does,
He's
or
just
Syrinx does have
trampling his
some.
villagers.
And he didn't convert one.
He lost it before the conversion went through. He got another monk out.
Yep.
Oh, he did get a conversion. There's one dead elephant on the ground.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay,
right.
if Green saw the monk, he really needs to target that. He's gonna lose another to a conversion. It's still, even if you lose that
there it
monk,
is.
it's still a good trade because the monk cost 100 gold, but the elephants cost 120 food and I think 80 gold. So you're getting 200 resources on your team for the cost of 100. So they're losing 200 and you're gaining 200. Oh, there's another conversion coming through. Okay, he saw it. You got the
You
kill.
got 2 monk. Oh, it is.
Syrinx has lost momentum on his
Oh.
forward castle, and there are no more military units on the ground from him. Well, there's 9, but I
Yeah.
don't know where they are. I think there's
Yeah.
some. I think there's some skirms maybe somewhere, or it's
He's got
probably
some
his
resources
galleys.
to make some stuff.
It's his
Oh,
galleys and fire
gave.
ships. Yeah,
He gave up.
he gave up. Well, it's gonna be
Yep.
fast set. At this rate, those elephants.
Yeah.
I keep telling you guys how many
That
times.
was-
Elephants. OP.
yeah, I know. That's what I was going to ask you is, how fast does Brian Google how to defeat elephants in Age of Empires 2 after this
Can we pause the game real quick?
elephant counter?
There's a theme in both those games.
I'm starting to see a pattern.
There is.
Just
I may have to change my gun from an archer to an elephant.
Green's the.
I did build an archery range that time, though. I did
Yeah,
build an
yeah,
archery range. And then I was like, wait. No, I want to build elephants.
I think you've grandmastered the double cross right here.
I was expecting not a follow up of quite the same thing. I thought you'd expect me to expect the same thing.
That
I
was,
would
he was
expect.
A little
2
bit.
levels deeper on the game theory than you, sir.
I know.
I knew you'd think I would think that you would think that I would think that I want to do that.
But do they know that we know that they know that we know?
Alright, so that was Vietnamese
Versus
Bulgarians.
Bulgarians. So Green
So
has managed
all you
to-
need to know, there's only one more elephant civ that I have. So,
and it's the best elephant civ.
well, it depends.
Well, it's the
Really
worst
depends on
elephant
the
civ,
map you
actually.
choose.
It's the
Yeah,
worst.
it's actually
elephant
the
civ.
worst. Well, I don't know. Are they worse than Indians? Depends on
well,
what you're trying to do.
I
Because
don't
Indians
think-
don't have battle elephants.
No, Indians get the archer elephant. So that's
Yeah,
not really the
which
same.
are good. Yeah,
They're the
they're
worst
not
battle
like
elephants.
mini siege. You got
they're-
rid of Persians,
Yeah,
which is very good.
but I mean, war
Would have
elephants
actually been
are
good on
like-
this map.
Persians would be good on Continental. Yeah.
War elephants were like the only counter I knew for conics, so I was pretty happy that was the Bulgarian matchup.
Yeah. So it looks like we've got Britain's Mayans and Malay.